dreams and walking downfalls, walking around down by the heart of the dream. The power is yet unknown.
Alright, so if you're still watching this, apparently you actually like this game enough to put up with me making fun of it. I appreciate that, thanks. So let's get really ticked off and cover the final boss fight. And I'm obligated by the FCC to tell you, after watching this video, do not kill yourself. I repeat, do not kill yourself. Yeah, the game might be bad, but save it for somebody else, pal. So this whole last week looks like a big cover-up for the drug cartel that Mr. Hanakoma is most likely running in Shibuya. So after Neku and his partner find the entrance to the sewers that are apparently the way to the boss area, they find, let's see, a dead hobo under a pile of trash, awesome, and they have to fight the smelly blonde bimbo again, for the first time. After what is most likely going to be a lengthy battle for anybody who plays this game, the cleaning lady gets her ass kicked. And Neku continues on, with Beat, once more, to find that Shiki is somehow still alive. Nobody really knows how she got here or why she's surviving in a sewer, but she's there. And anyone with a brain would notice that there is a giant f***ing plot hole in this area. So Neku and Beat continue on, even after the giant plot twist, to find, after 2 areas of empty space that the game designers just threw in there for some reason, Mexican marijuana, once again, to find that there is somehow a bar in the sewer? What? There's a bar in the sewer. Isn't that dangerous? Isn't that hazardous for your health? What, there's no radioactive material in the bar? Oh no, we're gonna live in a sewer. That's the most cliche place we could possibly go, but we went there anyway. That's right, we are just so cool that we smoked weed and came up with a bar as the final boss fight area. So we finally meet the final boss. Yeah, Mr. Snake Man. I believe that the person who sold the marijuana to these people looked exactly like this. Sunglasses, long hair, kinda Mexican. Okay, definitely looks a lot like him. So Shiki goes berserk. I'm guessing it's just that time of month for her. And you have to fight her and Kitanji, i.e. Snake Man, Mexican drug lord, on 2 screens, as usual. And he can stop time. How? It doesn't make any sense at all. And he has lizard things that come out of his arms. This guy is a freaking psychopath. It doesn't make any sense to anybody at all how he does things like this or why he does them. You know what? I just had another revelation about this game. You get to beat up a girl. Can anyone else say sexual assault? Congratulations! We now have enough evidence to prove that this game is an exact likeness of the southern United States. So Neku drugs his friends and then goes after Mr. Drug Lord himself, so apparently he's buying drugs off this guy too. Maybe there's some personal blood here, but let's move on anyway. So, yes, we finally beat the game, and this is just a cutscene for no reason, right? Of course not. No, he turns into a snake. A snake. Yeah, that's right. Hear it again. He turns into a snake. The most generic of any boss character on the face of the planet. He turns into a snake? Are you kidding me? That's all they could come up with. This guy's a snake. And you would think this battle would at least be difficult? Oh no. You stand in the corner and beat up on a loop of his tail, and apparently that kills him somehow.
Gee, Mr. Game Designer, I finally beat the final boss. Does that mean I've beaten the game too?
Oh no, I'm an asshole. So guess what, kid? You're gonna play through another battle. Now guess who the composer is, kids? Say it with me. Say it with me. That's right, it's Joshua. Wait, you've gotta be kidding me. Joshua was the composer? You know what? I thought that I'm a fire in my ladle thing wasn't all that unusual. I thought that was just some glitch in the game, you know, where he used his magical Jesus beam and killed things. Yeah, he was pretty cool, but, you know, he could have ended the game at any time. Poof, gone, bye game. But no, what did he do? He kept the game going. He's probably on his cell phone the entire time, talking with Mr. Coppa Joe himself. Yeah, you know what? He deserves to be spread with mayonnaise and thrown in a pit with 100 hungry dingoes.
You can do better, Neku.
Let's see how much better you can do after you've had all the flesh stripped off your bones. That's right, I'm gonna be using your ribs to pick my teeth clean, you scumbag. Ugh. Anyway, so you finally get to fight the final boss. So apparently, I don't even know how this works. Some blue and red thing comes and eats Joshua? Is that like a giant Pac-Man? Nobody knows what that is either. This whole game is just based on ideas that are abstract at best. Paint thrown at a canvas apparently turns into Big Mr. Dragon Thing. So once again, the boss battle is on 2 screens. But gee, the final battle, and you don't use the top screen. What a novel concept. All your friends that the whole game is based around, basically. You have to fight with your friends. No, they're trapped in bubbles where they can't help you at all. What are you left to do? Hide in a corner and hit the magical dragon with lightning. So throughout the battle, you had to press buttons on the D-pad in order to get a random power-up that just happens, I think it's after you do a certain amount of damage to the boss. This thing is called a light puck, and it apparently multiplies your attack power. Nobody knows why it's called a light puck. This is once again another brilliant job on the part of Square Enix. A light puck? It's a green blob. This is like calling Dick Cheney a living, breathing human being. It doesn't make sense. So after trying this for about 8,000 times, you beat the final boss. And if you haven't killed yourself by playing this game already, you might want to consider it now, because now you have to fill out what's called a secret report, and that's exactly what the second half of this video is going to be dedicated to. So Neku wakes up in another day, which is pretty cool because you can go anywhere you want. But this whole thing is based around a storyline by Tin Pin. Pins that do things. They're made out of tin? I don't know. Nobody knows, once again, and I know I'm sounding redundant with this, but it makes no freaking sense. Tin pins? Oh yeah, the pin's gonna hit somebody with a hammer. It's gonna turn into a spike ball. That at least makes a little sense, and doesn't seem like too much of a knockoff of Beyblade. But yeah, when the tins start flying in the air and hitting people, doesn't make much sense at all. I don't see these pins trying to do my taxes. They're freaking worthless. You work so hard to get these pins, and they don't even do anything that's worthwhile. So back onto the same crappy plotline that we all know and hate. You could go back any day and change your partner so you don't always have the same pompous douchebag Joshua as your partner. You can go around and just for laughs and giggles you can fight the bosses again. You just have to, spend a couple hours finding their noise symbol, the right day, the area, dropping your pin rate enough so that your life force drops, but you can get their special pin, which is apparently so great because it has a lion or a ram or a whatever animal they're supposed to be on it. As a warning, if you ever want to have your friends ever again, stop playing this game. Put it in a package, ship it to Antarctica, I don't know, mail it to Fidel Castro, or send it to Adolf Hitler's grave, because it deserves to burn in hell with either of their corpses. You are never, ever going to beat this game and have friends at the same time. Another thing that just pisses me off are these shop owners. Oh, look at Ramadan, he's so adorable in his glasses, and we can read all their thoughts because Neku has a magical pin, once again, that allows them to have some sort of Jedi mind trick and read their brains. So reading their minds turns out to be a blessing. If you buy enough stuff from them, they just think you're Mr. Fan-freaking-tastic. But otherwise, they think you're a complete and total asshole. That's right.
Oh, I suppose he doesn't have enough money. That's too bad. Oh, he doesn't have $200,000 to buy a watch that's probably a fake piece of crap.
Yeah, excuse me for being 15 and not having $200,000 just lying around in my pocket. The worst of them all is Mr. Hanakoma. Yeah, he always asks you if you want a cup of joe for the road when you're entering the building. Yeah, entering, not leaving the building. And to build up his trust, you have to buy so many things from him just to build it up 1/4 of an inch. Who buys that much coffee in one day? I certainly don't. 15-year-olds should not drink caffeine. You basically have to buy all the inventory out of his store just for one freaking pin.
Cup of joe for the road?
Shut up!
Cup of joe for the road?
Shut up!
Cup of joe for the road?
Shut up!
Cup of joe?
Shut up!
Cup of joe?
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! But the thing in this game that pisses me off the most are the really, really, really freaking annoying pig noise. You have to go through a 13-floor reduction on that crappy building where you fought Mr. Map-Man the Hobo. That's right. And do you have the chance to kill them? Oh no, they run away after a certain amount of time and you have absolutely no chance to fight them. This is the cheapest, most shallow piece of crap aspect of this game. Well, before I go and drink Drano, I guess we're done here. Yeah, that's right. You people better have enjoyed this, though, because I'm going to be pissed off for the next few weeks. And if you want to see another games I don't play anymore, rate and comment here, and leave your suggestions as to the next review I should do. And now, I'll leave the last words to the inebriated hobo math clown.
Comment and rate your letter sons and digits.
Man, what a horrible game!